Welcome back to the Radar for Rasslin Studios.
What up, Mox?
Guys, NXT, you know it's Tuesday night. You know it's Tuesday night. You know our NXT review drops. You already know what time it is. You know the schedule. Let's get into it. NXT, before we do, drop a like. Helps us out with the algorithm. Really do appreciate any likes you can get. Drop a comment down below. Who's your favorite guy in NXT going right now? We want to know in NXT. Subscribe. Hit that subscribe button for it hits you back. Let's get into it. NXT started off with Kyle Oreilly in a brand new look. Came out with like a fedora and some sunglasses, and he comes out, you know, whatever. He comes out, he's all playing air guitar, whatever the case may be.
I don't believe that Kyle Oreilly is walking out here playing air guitar with apparently not a care in the world.
It seems like Kyle O'Reilly's put Adam Cole behind him, but Adam Cole hasn't put Kyle O'Reilly behind him yet. You saw that whole backstage stuff at the medical facility, you know, after TakeOver. He was cursing up a storm, Adam Cole was, so he comes out, he's making clear that his focus is for the NXT Championship, Karrion Kross. He's interrupted by Cameron Grimes, and, you know, he comes out, Cameron Grimes shtick, you know, he's made money, stuff like this, so he gets in his face, and, you know, they brawl for a little bit, and then you're going to get a match between them. So that's all it is. Not much. I'm not a huge fan of the whole way Kyle O'Reilly was kind of acting and his whole look right there. I wasn't a huge fan of that, but we'll see. He's getting a shot eventually for that NXT Championship, most likely. If you can see what happened later on in the night, it looks like it's going to go down.
Yeah, I mean, it makes the most sense. He's had some great matches over the last few months. He's been one of the top stars that they've been booking and building, so it makes sense for him to be the next logical opponent for Karrion Kross. He's got to work out the style and his look for the most part. Even like his entrance was weird. He was like, when he came out, it was very strange, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Next thing on the show is Dexter Lumis versus my boy LA Knight. All right, so we had that match. Knight gets the win here, right? It was funny though, because we had some, you know, antics from Indi Hartwell on the outside. She appeared from the crowd as Dexter Lumis was on the outside. Funny thing too, because he was like kind of walking sideways and she tripped and fell and they got right back up. So that was pretty funny. Then after the match, obviously LA Knight wins. She gets up on the ring apron and she goes for a kiss, and Lumis is kind of walking towards her and looks like they're gonna kiss. Here comes the way to pull her down. Obviously. Obviously, they're upset about this whole thing. You would have a backstage segment after this where they're interviewing Indi Hartwell, but here comes the way, and they're kind of just, you know, cut the feed, let's cancel this interview. I do like Johnny Gargano's headband. I think it was funny as hell on him, so that's funny. We got that, and then Bronson Reed comes out and he agrees to fight, Austin Theory next week, so we'll get that. Eventually, later on as well, you'll see Indi Hartwell leave Candice LeRae alone with Shotzi and Ember Moon, and then they beat her down. So there's a lot of things going on with the Way and Indi Hartwell, Dexter Lumis, all that stuff, but it's all pretty entertaining.
Yeah, the Way, I mean, all this stuff is definitely interesting. I like the LA Knight stuff. We got a lot going on, the Indi Hartwell and Dexter Lumis thing. We'll see where this goes. It's a little weird, but you know, we'll definitely see where it goes. But yeah, the Way is definitely getting a lot more interesting.
Next thing on the show, guys, we had an Io Shirai interview. She's with Beth Phoenix and is talking about Io Shirai. She says she's going to take some time off because she had a long title reign, had a lot of defenses, makes a ton of sense. She gets interrupted by Frankie Monet, though, who's, you know, staking her claim as like one of the top women going right now, even though she hasn't really done much. So she's there. She does that, and she interferes, you know, she interrupts that whole thing. You know, Leon Ruff cuts a promo as well, talking about how he's going to hurt Isaiah Swerve Scott, so that feud continues on as well. Then we would see the Grizzled Young Veterans versus Breezango, who are running the whole British gimmick in the ring, which is pretty funny. GYV get the win here over Breezango, which sucks because Breezango doesn't win anymore. You know, I'm a huge Breezango mark, so whatever, you know, they're going to continue on going with this whole thing, and we'll see where the NXT division, tag division, kind of ends up. You still got MSK. We'll still see probably Grizzly and Vets get another shot at MSK. Got a lot to get into, you know, in terms of the tag team division NXT and moving forward. All right, so next thing on the show was Sorray versus Zoe Stark, the debuting Sorray. She's taking on Zoe Stark as an upstart as well. So Sorray comes out, you know, she has a big fanfare. She's a new woman in the women's roster, and she ends up beating, Zoe Stark. So good stuff from Sorray. Obviously, you know what you're gonna get at her. You know, probably a tremendous performer, all that stuff. So we'll see how she builds herself going towards that. You know, as she moves up in the rankings towards the NXT Women's Championship. But a lot of people gunning for Raquel Gonzalez, especially Mercedes Martinez, who still has like a, you know, called out, Raquel Gonzalez again here.
Yeah, NXT Women's Division keeps getting deeper and deeper. It's the best women's division in the world, bar none, and it just keeps getting deeper and deeper. What else Chris can say?
Yeah, exactly. You can't much say too much else. It's just like pretty simple. That's just the best division that there is, and it keeps getting better. Next in the show, NXT Cruiserweight Championship match: Kushida versus Oni Lorcan. Good to see Oni Lorcan out there after the injury with Danny Burch. At least he's out there doing something. He gets this match against Kushida. Solid match, really good match between the two. Kushida gets the win. Then he gets attacked by Legado Fantasma afterwards and Santos Escobar. But then MSK comes out and helps out, fending off Legado Fantasma. So could we see some 6-man tags? I'm pretty sure we're gonna see some 6-man tags coming up in the future. The team of 3 champions versus Legado Fantasma should be pretty good stuff going into the future.
Yeah, definitely. We got again. They're building a strong tag team division NXT, which is what they do. They build depth, and they did a smart thing. I wish the main roster could follow what NXT does, but they really don't. But NXT, man, they have one of the deepest rosters in the world, in any company.
Yeah. Another thing we'll talk about, Cameron Grimes has a promo in the back before his match against Kyle O'Reilly. He says, he bought NFTs, some NBA NFTs, if you guys heard about that stuff. He pulls out the receipt of it or the paper from it, saying that he reads it all down. He won a John Moran NFT, but in the end, it says that he didn't win and he was outbid by Ted DiBiase. So I'm assuming it's going to lead to a Ted DiBiase skit later on where these two guys meet each other. I'm waiting for it. I'm excited to see that happen. Should be pretty fun.
We'll add some legends. Why not? Doesn't hurt.
Exactly, it doesn't hurt. Yeah. Next thing they show is Imperium versus Everrise. Imperium wins. Not much to talk about here. You had Drake Maverick come out and try to attack Imperium, but Killian Dane stopped it. So whatever. Let's see. Everrise kind of a whatever tag team, but Imperium. Let's see how they move on. Let's see what this happens. This whole Killian and Drake Maverick gets Imperium thing. Let's see how that turns out. No sighting from Tommaso Ciampa or Timothy Thatcher on the show either. So that's pretty interesting. Next thing on the show. Kyle O'Reilly versus Cameron Grimes. Kyle O'Reilly sporting a new entrance gear, and then he has the face-to-face with Karrion Kross before he comes out for his entrance. He walks out and has a face-to-face with Karrion Kross. They stare down each other. He's coming for that NXT Championship in the near future, seems like. So we'll see what happens with that. Then he gets in the ring, has this match against Cameron Grimes. It's a solid match. Cameron Grimes is solid in the ring. He really is. He has pretty solid matches here and there. But he gets the win, and they built him up, Kyle O'Reilly, as a megastar, getting this win here. I'm not a fan much of how the way he's acting and his new kind of shtick he's got going. But him versus Karrion Kross is going to be awesome stuff. So I'm excited to see that, even though the size difference is huge.
Yeah, it's a huge size difference, but they've been booking Kyle O'Reilly really strong, so I'm not worried about that. He's got to work out this gimmick a little bit. It was a bit weird. His entrance came out. He was doing some weird little dance, almost like he forgot his next step coming out of the entrance.
Yeah,
it looked weird. He's not. I don't know if he's not into it or he's or what this gimmick is, but I want to go back to where we were 2 months ago or a month ago, or when he was going against. Adam Cole and all those things. Just be a fighter. Be that legit fighter look. And I think that will work way better than what they're trying to do right now.
Yeah, I think it would, but we'll see how it turns out. Let's see what he does in his normal stuff, normal promos. Let's see how he works himself. But that was NXT. It was a decent little episode of NXT. Not too much went down. Just a return of Kyle O'Reilly and his face-to-face with Karrion Kross. So that match is coming. That's the review we have for you guys today. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Hit the comment section. Who's your favorite guy in NXT going right now? Who do you enjoy, male or female? Let us know in the comment section below. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Doesn't work, bro. Not do the job.
Later, Marks.